On se retrouve juste derrière.
Pour en savoir davantage, tout d'abord, nous allons recevoir un couple qui vous est familier pour l'avoir déjà reçu sur ce plateau, mais dans un autre cadre. Cette fois, il revient pour lever le voile sur le calvaire qu'ils endurent depuis que leurs regards se sont croisés. Ida Charlie et Ali Jaber sont avec nous. Pas en reste une vaillante et battante gabonaise. Elle est chef d'entreprise, elle exerce en France. Pour en savoir davantage, tout d'abord, nous allons recevoir un couple qui vous est familier pour l'avoir déjà reçu sur ce plateau, mais dans un autre cadre. Cette fois, il revient pour lever le voile sur le calvaire qu'ils endurent depuis que leurs regards se sont croisés. Ida Charlie et Ali Jaber sont avec nous. Pas en reste une vaillante et battante gabonaise. Elle est chef d'entreprise, elle exerce en France et au Gabon. Elle est mariée depuis plusieurs années à un Caucasien et ils ont aujourd'hui 3 enfants et exercent en France et au Gabon. Dans leur univers respectif de parents, tout se passe très bien et elle va nous dire comment elle a réussi ce tour de force. Il s'agit de Petroni Moussambi qui a accepté notre invitation. Et puis celle qui, en de telles occasions, vient nous aider à analyser les faits psychiques individuels ou de groupe, tout en restant zen face à des situations négatives dont elle seule détient le secret pour garder la positive attitude. La psychologue Christelle Bessala est des nôtres. Et voilà, pour l'entame, au féminin, c'est parti sur Gabon Première.
A shoulder barge coming in, I think, from Mendame. That he decides against it. Certainly a robust challenge. Long diagonal ball. Just drifts out for a throw. Thumbs up from the wide player over there. Looks like Dennis Bouanga, who was electric. Certainly in the first half hour or so, all of Gabon's best play came through him on the Gabon left. Looks like he's moved into a more central role now with Jim Alevina switching from the right to the left. Sambisa now stationed on the right. So we'll see how that balance works out for the Panthers in the second half. Bouanga nearly getting onto that chipped ball. Just a reminder, Juna Massoud, 40th minute header. The difference between these two sides in the first of 10 qualifying matches in the CAF qualification for the 2026 World Cup. Qualification process that will spread over 2 years. Will finish in October 2025. Well, not quite kept in. Oh yeah, Abud Omar. What Gabon need to do now, they need to try and increase the pressure as the shot comes in from distance, but it's slightly miscued by Mendame. Did open up for a moment or two there. Slightly miscued that one. Seemed a little bit rushed, a little bit anxious. An opportunity knocks here, a little bit of space, opens up momentarily. Good challenge coming across, though, from the Kenyan defender, but more defending to be done now. And eventually, Bwanga tried to get past the player, couldn't take the ball with him, tried to take the player with him instead, though. Just hooked his foot. Well, Patrick Matassi will take the free kick from down there. Actually been quite impressive after the doors. He's come and made a couple of quite brave interventions, especially in the air. Some good punching going on. He's kicking off the ground. Well, as we saw then, perhaps not quite so good. A little bit of space for Sambisa. Sambisa shrugs off one defender. The goal scorer, in fact, stands a nice ball up to the back post. Headed back across goal by a Kenyan defender. It's not been quite claimed. Bwanga's in there as well. A little bit of a pinball going on there. Eventually, the ball breaks to Obiang. Now it's lifted in again, and it's just over the head of Bwanga at the far post and goes out for a goal kick. Better from Gabon. Didn't see enough of this in the first half. Pressing Kenya into their own box. Nice ball stood up to the back post and was just really in between Bwanga and Sambisa. It's the offside flag. And off the offside flag is a little bit of a high elbow from the Kenyan. Well, Kenya's job now will be to interrupt, disrupt, stop any real sort of flow for the hosts. Stop them gaining momentum, protect that one goal lead throughout the second half as long as they can. Well, nice ball through here. Opportunity knocks the Gabon, and that's a fantastic challenge at the last ditch there. Deflects behind for a corner. Leono with his head in his hands, he thought he was through here. Lovely first touch, take himself inside the first defender. Just there. It was just the second touch, wasn't it? Just gave Johnston Amorwa the time to get across, and now a chance for Kenya on the counter-attack here. Masud back inside. Options left and right, and it's back to Masud again on this near side. Masud has a shot that tracks it wide. Well, the game will open up, I think, in the second half. Gabon will need to start throwing more bodies forward. That will leave gaps for Kenya, who've already shown they're more than capable on the counter-attack. They've got pace up front. Natasi, slightly awkwardly. It's a good clearance in. The ball coming straight back at Kenya now. Obiang. His cross cut out at the near post. And now look at all that space over on that far side. The fullbacks absent without leave. Kenyan player told to get up. And his linesman, well, the linesman doesn't agree with the referee. Looked like there was a little tug, but it was after the ball had gone. And I think that's what the referee originally thought, but his linesman's called him back on that one. Dennis Nganga prepares to whip this one in left-footed. Decent delivery to the near post, flicked on, and that's just gone over the crossbar. Johnston Amora beating the defender to it. Unable to quite control the flick on. Pretty close, though. Keeper probably had that one covered. Ball's now brought forward by Ondaly. Here he is again, this time spreading the ball to the opposite side. Change of point of attack, and the nearly caught out in midfield was Mendame. That's happened a few times in the first half as well. And Gabon need to try and find a way through this Kenyan defence, but without leaving too many opportunities at the back. Yono with a give and go. The right back, I think, playing with pretty much as a right wing, and now that's a lovely little shovel ball through. That's over the top of the keeper, but unfortunately, 11 had already drifted in from the far post. Otherwise, he might have been unmarked at the back. Good move, though, from Gabon down there, right flank. Ball looking for Lamina. Keeps it in play, wins a corner as well. More pressure for the Kenya defence. Definitely more flow to this second half. So with the number of injury timeouts we had in the first 20 minutes or so of this game, it was very difficult for either side to get any rhythm. Lovely play down the right-hand side. Combination of Sambisa and Oyono. So that ball goes straight out of play from Dennis Bouanga. Lamina does well to win the ball. With the pass back across was a sloppy one. The way you shove in the back, maybe the Gabon player in the centre circle, not spotted by the referee on his blind side. Now Kenya bring the ball forward. Stood up into the area. Well defended, though, in a nice cushioned header. Allows Manga now to build up from Sambisa, who's seen plenty of the ball since coming on at the break. Then the long ball straight through to Matasi. Well, Engin Firak must be very pleased with what he's seen so far from the Hanambi Stars. They're coming forward again here. Nice little 1-2 on the edge of the area. An important intervention from Ondaly. Yeah, danger not over yet. Nice little 1-2, still cutting into the area. Opportunity knocks here, and it's eventually... Well, actually, eventually the offside flag goes up, but that was another very dangerous moment at the pack for Gabon. Kenya showing once again that when they do come in the final third, they are more than capable of cutting through this Panthers defence. Obiang Well, it looked like he was brushed off the ball, but I think actually there was actually a foul given for that challenge. We're approaching the hour mark here in Franceville. Still Gabon 0, Kenya 1. At the very least, Gabon need to not lose this game to have any chance of keeping up with the Ivory Coast, who are going to be the standout favourites in this group. Kenya now streaming forwards again. Masoud. He's just miscontrolled it at the final moment. Remembering, this group also has Ivory Coast, who will be hosting the Africa Cup of Nations next month. In January. But also in this group, the Gambia, Burundi and Seychelles. But really, on paper at least, you have to think the Ivory Coast are going to be the strongest side by some distance. But if anyone's going to challenge them, they're going to have to win games like these. Can't be dropping points against the so-called lesser sides. The Kenya as well, of course, they weren't in AFCON qualifying, having been thrown out of the competition by CAF after the Kenyan Football Association was disbanded. The political interference rule. Now, Gabon and it's a brilliant finish, absolutely fantastic from Dennis Bouanga. He got inside the Kenyan defence, still had so much to do, but what a finish that is. And that's really lit the paper his crowd as well. The defender not quite getting his header back to the goalkeeper. And with the first touch and a really acute angle, Dennis Bouanga has produced a little bit of magic there. And Gabon are back on level terms. And I think the crowd wants more. So we've hit the hour mark. The team's back on level terms. A nasty looking clash of heads there. Half an hour to go now. Certainly Gabon looking better in this second half, being able to get a bit of momentum going. The game less stop-start. And now the crowd are really getting into it as well. Can the Panthers use that? There's a springboard now. Right. There was a huge leap from Anthony Akumu. He's fallen heavily. Free kick going Kenya's way. Looks like forward. Half defended. And that's much better from Gabon. And now they can bring the ball forwards again. Long ball over the top. Bouanga again, the out ball. He wasn't far away from that one either, even though it was a long, straight ball from the back. And the Kenya defence really don't seem to be able to quite decide how to play against Dennis Bouanga, who's been sloppy put out of play there. It's important Kenya keep their concentration now. We played so well for the majority of the opening hour of the game. A nice move from Lamina. Still Lamina charges forward, doesn't get the free kick he wanted. Stay down as well. The ball gets put out of play. He was on the stretch there, Mario Lamina. Just a slightly heavy touch right at the end. Gave the Kenyan defender a chance to get the challenge in. The referee takes the opportunity to grab some water as well. Lamina looks in quite some pain here. Charging run from the number 18. A couple of grimaces from Lamina. There we see the crowd. It's been building up throughout the match, really. Just before kickoff, you looked in the stands, and throughout the first half, people started to congregate in this 22,000-seater stadium. The ball sportingly given back to the Kenyan goalkeeper. Every time they do come forwards, though, Kenya, they do seem to get plenty of men up there. There's no isolation for the forwards. They're getting plenty of support. Well, that's nice play in midfield, though, from Kanga. And then he gets chopped down from behind. And that's going to be a yellow card for the Czech Kenyan goal scorer, Juma Masood. No real choice for the referee on that one. The wrong side of the player, chopped him down from behind. With landing on him as well, wouldn't have not exactly part of the plan. It's tripped over his feet. Body slammed him. So watching WWE. Oh, ball over the top of Bwanga in space again on this right-hand side. Bwanga cuts inside, thinks about the shot, tees out for Sambisa, and he flies wide on the left foot. Better build up though from Gabon. Starting to cut some holes in this Kenyan defence. For those of you who missed it, Burundi currently top of the table in this qualifying Group F after earlier this afternoon a thrilling 3-2 win at home to the Gambia in their opening match. A bit of a shock, that one. The Gambia certainly played so well at the last AFCON, they qualified for the next one as well. And Lamina is down again. I think his race may be run here. He was caught a knock to the ankle a minute or so ago. Ruben Lefilu being one of them. First, we've got a Kenyan substitution with Kenneth Maguna from the Kenyan police coming off. And Duke Doga coming on in his place. It's a Gita midfielder. Having some fresh legs. Changes for Gabon as well as Lamina comes off to be replaced by Lafilu. And Johan Obiang also comes off, replaced by Alex Masundia. Tries his trade in Cyprus of Aris Limassol. Gabon had just been building up a head of steam in the last 10 minutes or so. But every time they go on the counter-attack, Kenya do look dangerous. They've got plenty of pace up there. And look at that, 5 players already up in that attack. Okay, didn't come to anything, but they're not short of ambition when they do get the ball. Even if Gabon are generally bossing possession. On this occasion, though, Bouanga couldn't quite keep that one under his spell. 20 minutes to go here in Franceville. It's Gabon 1, Kenya 1. Oh, better. Kenya and they were. Ooh, well, the Gabon player's gone down under pressure from Massoud. They are being a little bit cute at the back sometimes, Gabon. In danger of playing themselves into trouble. Now Ayona can't quite get there. It really has filled up this stadium. It would have been, it felt like there was less than maybe 1,000 or 2,000 people in here at the start of the game. Now, it appears to be almost completely full. It's better from the Kenyans. It's trying to get a little bit of possession going in midfield. There they go again. Nicely fed through, but poor touch from Dukabua. And now, Ayona, all chopped down. That could be a yellow here for Rooney Onyango as well. The referee definitely wants a word. Now he's going to pull out the yellow card or not. Looks like Onyango is going to get a little bit lucky here. Gabon players asking the question. Yono stays down. It's a cultural challenge, to say the least. The angle he was coming in at, really using the wrong foot as well. Well, they tried one off the training ground, didn't quite come off. There we go again. A lot of the players have stayed up, at least for the moment. The crowd are getting a little bit impatient. Yono keeps that one in play. Gets the ball back again on this near side. Kanga forced to go backwards and quickly kneel down to do up his shoelace. Meanwhile, space over on that far side. Tambisa hangs across in. There's too much on it. Can Iona keep the ball in play? Yeah, no, he can't. Wondering what he can do here. Well, perhaps unexpected point, although Gabon have been in poor form. And Sembisa told to get up by the referee, and there's acres of space over on that far side. The ball whipped in over the top of the keeper and out of play on this near side. Well, there were 3 men to aim at. Aimed at the goal instead. The Kenyan wide man. Well, he's already scored once, why not? Goals can be like buses sometimes. And this time the whistle does go for the foul in midfield. Nice run down the left-hand side by Akumu. And then a bit of space opens up there and the ball whipped into the far post. And well, that's a handball, surely. Surely a handball. Quite deliberate from Bwanga. Juma Massad, is on a yellow card but scored the Kenyan goal, is withdrawn. And there's Daniel Machezo. Looks like a like-for-like substitution, that one. Over the shoulder from the captain, well defended though. Rooney on Yanga. Juma Massad withdrawn by Engin Ferrat as he tries to freshen up his options at the sharp end of the pitch. And the substitute immediately with a monstrous throw into the area. Well defended now. Can Gabon break from deep here? Looks like the Kenyan players are already back in a good defensive formation. Ball down the left-hand side, and there's a little bit of space there to play into for Gabon. Needs some extra support to turn up, though, does Bouanga. Support eventually turns up. Just tapped out of possession by Quaylor. Kanga was about to claim for a corner and then noticed a spin on the ball, was going to keep it in play here. Just inadvertently touched the ball behind for a goal kick. Well, 11 minutes to go now in France. It's been a much better second half, I think. Well, unless you're a Kenyan fan, certainly as a neutral. The quality of the game has definitely improved in this second 45. Nice layoff there from Malunga. Kenny just keeping the ball, and all of a sudden a big sort of open up space pops up on that right hand side. This is better from Gabon. Now they got 10 minutes plus stoppages to try and find a winner here. But they have to be careful of losing the ball like that in midfield, but the referee says that was not a fair challenge that went in on Kanga. Quickly taken free. Stands up his man, puts the ball across goal, cleared at the near post. In comes a shot, and again cleared off the 6-yard line. And now, I'm about to say now, Kenya coming forwards, but coming straight back at them again. Good, strong defending from the substitute, Ayab Timbe. Still coming forwards, Kenya. No foul, says the play continues, and nearly a good through ball there, but there's a big, hefty challenge coming in on the halfway line. Kanga on the ground, and Anthony Akumu in the referee's notebook. Very late. Kenyan player has been instructed to drop back 10 yards. As Jeremy Ayono looks like he's getting ready to come on. Another French-based player in the Gabon squad. Big links, of course, politically and culturally between France and Gabon. Gabon being a former French colony, of course. All chipped in with the keeper well off his line to collect that one solidly. Nice ball spread over onto that far side, and immediately as you see that, the Kenyan midfield moving forwards, trying to give options, but that was not the best ball. And now they have to be careful, Kenya. They're on the retreat here. Bouanga gets down to the byline, gets the ball across, but really it needed to be the cutback. Goal kick, quickly taken. Picked up by Masunda in midfield. Moving the ball with more alacrity now. Attempted a shot, I think that was, from Kanga. just interfered with by the Kenyan midfielder. Now Kenya slowing the ball down. They certainly, I think, would be more than happy to take a point from their trip to Gabon. Be a very good opening to their campaign. Well, that's not good. Oyono caught in possession. Gabon in trouble here. Can they find the touch, the setup? No, they can't quite. The Booyah spreads the ball to this near side. Now it's whipped in again, headed away at the near post. And I think Gabon are going to survive for a moment as the ball is picked up by Sembisa over on that far side. A bit peculiar, actually, Sembisa being shoveled over onto that left. He started off on this near side on the right and was very bright indeed. Seems to have faded out of the game, though, since being moved. And now Kenya charging through midfield, and then a slip up all on his own from Johnson Amora. Now, can they keep? Yes, he can Buanga. Again, faced with those players. It's into the near post again, and the keeper half stops it. It's cleared off the line. 11 to stay down after that challenge. The referee calling for the medical staff. Again, Buanga with the pace and skills to really cause problems, try to thread that into the near post. And to be fair to 11, he did get a meaningful touch on that. That was definitely goal bound before being cleared off the line. Kenya living dangerously at the back. Good Omar saving the day there for the Harambee Stars. Another change at the back then with Jeremy Oyono coming on. Anthony Oyono coming off, so brother for brother. Number 21 on the ball now, based with US Boulogne up near Calais in the French north. He's continued his run onto the down the right, has Oyono. Can you see the difference there? The French-based players want to know why the ball being kicked away like that, rather than being given back for a throw, why there isn't the yellow card that they would almost certainly see flourished in the French leagues, for example. Counter-attack for Kenya. An important interception from Manga. Oh, and a great run from Buanga. Still Buanga, tried to cut it back inside, half intercepted, then hooked clear by Demora. Danger not cleared yet. The shot comes in from distance. Gabon take the lead, and how? That is an absolute worldie. Guaylo Kanga. Well, what a hit. Well, the crowd come over to celebrate with the Red Star Belgrade midfielder. Experience at the highest tiers of European football. Well, I'm not sure he's ever hit one like that. No pressure on him, to be fair, but he's absolutely hammered that into the corner. The keeper beating all ends up. And after struggling in the first half, Gabon looked like they might be about to get off to a winning start here. Having lost their last three in AFCON qualifying. Then, obviously, giving up the lead to Kenya in the first half. Things that could have gone particularly runny for Gabon, but turned things around in this second half. And what a strike from Guido Kanga. It's to try and get back into the game. They're going to ring the changes here. Timothy Noor about to come on. By the looks of it, as we go into the 89th minute, and the shot from distance there from Dukabua. Unable to keep that one under control. Well, that hit from Guido Kanga is going to get quite a few replays, I think, over the next few days. That one is going viral. As Richard Adada comes off, the Aalborg midfielder. It's going to be replaced by Alfred Scriven. Quite a few replays, I think, over the next few days. That one is going viral. As Richard Adada comes off, the Aalborg. It's Kenya. Ring the changes now. How much time's going to be added on at the end of this second half? So we had 8 minutes at the end of the first half. I think this one probably closer to 3 or 4 minutes. It's been quite a flowing second half, actually. Quite easy on the eye. As Bwanga again gets in behind that Kenyan defence, but couldn't quite keep the ball in play on that occasion. Quite a few replays, I think, over the next few days. That one is going viral. As Richard Adada comes off, the Aalborg midfielder. It's going to be replaced by Alfred Scriven. It's Kenya. Ring the changes now. How much time's going to be added on at the end of this second half? So we had 8 minutes at the end of the first half. I think this one probably closer to 3 or 4 minutes. It's been quite a flowing second half, actually. Quite easy on the eye. As Bwanga again gets in behind that Kenyan defence, but couldn't quite keep the ball in play on that occasion. A few replays, I think, over the next few days. That one is going viral. As Richard Adada comes off, the Aalborg midfielder. It's going to be replaced by Alfred Scriven. It's Kenya. Ring the changes now. How much time's going to be added on at the end of this second half? So we had 8 minutes at the end of the first half. I think this one probably close to 3 or 4 minutes. It's been quite a flowing second half, actually, quite easy on the eye. As Bawanga again gets in behind that Kenyan defence, but couldn't quite keep the ball in play on that occasion.